I know the procedure when somebody goes to prison. I know the procedure. So it was never about infidelity. When I came home, I went straight through that phone immediately. I know what was up. When I had to fight baby mothers at mother-in-law's houses on Thanksgiving, I knew that girl wasn't lying about what she was saying was going on while I was there. I knew she wasn't lying. I just was mad. I knew she wasn't lying, though. If we keeping it a bean, I knew she wasn't lying. You refuse to tell people, hey, me and Rem haven't even slept in the same bed since May 2022. You don't want to tell nobody that. You were so wrapped up in the whole black love thing. That was your thing. That was the only thing you had. And I realized that. And I respected that. You know what? I don't need to be out here telling people you ain't this and you ain't got this and you ain't doing this and you ain't that. Whoever get you, they'll see.
Well, women, how do y'all think y'all know what people, what do you tell somebody being broke to y'all? Because I see a lot of this like upgrade, downgrade, so-and-so's broke, this one's broke. Like, what are y'all talking about? Y'all don't know what people have. Actually, my ex might be the least income making person that I've ever been with. Ever. Everybody included.
It's my house because I paid for it. All 1 million, 0.3, whatever I paid in cash. With my name on it only. I take care of the kid. I take care of it. So I say, here, you move over here. You're a piece of Papoose. You really are. You have turned into a piece of shit. This right here, the gambling, the failures that you've had in your career or whatever that didn't pan out how you wanted to, has turned you into somebody else. If that was my friend, I would be like, girl, you just turned 30 years old. You are a world champion. You are accomplished. You have made it from out the ghetto, from the slums, from the depths of Flint, Michigan. You don't got no kids. You have your whole life ahead of you. Well, why are you attaching yourself to this 47-year-old man that doesn't have anything going, has no career, no job, no income, except for the income that he's claiming off of you, your percentage, because he's your manager? Got you out here talking, looking crazy. He's the one that don't want to sign, don't want to get his stuff out of his ex house. Doesn't be there for his child that he begged for, but telling you he wants another one. Let me guess. He's telling you he want a son, right? He has a son. He has a son. He just doesn't like his son's preference, so he acts like he doesn't have a son. He has a son. We have a son. I would be telling you, girl, get your from over there. What are you talking about?
Just days after Claressa Shields gave an interview where she openly talked about starting a family with Papoose next year, her world seemed to change overnight. During that conversation, she appeared calm, confident, and full of hope. She spoke honestly about wanting children sooner rather than later, even while her boxing career was still active. For her, life was not only about titles, medals, or success in the ring. It was also about creating a future that felt full and meaningful. Claressa explained that she did not want to wait until her career was completely over to become a mother. She wanted to stay healthy, energetic, and strong so she could fully enjoy raising her children. She imagined being hands-on, present, and active, not watching life pass her by from the sidelines. In that moment, everything sounded thoughtful and well-planned. She spoke as if these decisions had been discussed and agreed upon together. There was no sign of doubt, tension, or concern in her words. Instead, she sounded secure, excited, and ready for a new chapter. But that sense of peace did not last long. Shortly after the interview was released, rumors began spreading across social media. People started accusing Papoose of cheating on Claressa. The timing felt especially harsh. What should have been a happy and personal milestone suddenly turned into a public mess. Instead of support and celebration, Claressa was met with judgment, jokes, and cruel opinions from people who had no real connection to her life. As the rumors grew, many repeated a familiar saying, "You lose someone the same way you get them." For Claressa, those words carried extra weight. Her relationship with Papoose began while he was still linked to Remy Ma. At the time, Claressa believed that chapter was already closed. She trusted what she was told and moved forward with faith. Now, that trust was being questioned in the most public and painful way possible.
You're a piece of shit, Papoose. You really are. You have turned into a piece of shit. This right here, the gambling, the failures that you've had in your career or whatever that didn't pan out how you wanted to, has turned you into somebody else. Oh, if that was my friend, I would be like, girl, you just turned 30 years old. You are a world champion. You are accomplished. You have made it from out the ghetto, from the slums, from the depths of Flint, Michigan. You don't got no kids. You have your whole life ahead of you. Well, why are you attaching yourself to this 47-year-old man that doesn't have anything going, has no career, no job, no income, except for the income that he's claiming off of your percentage because it's your
text messages and put my number out on her page that got 10 million followers. She did that. Putting everybody in our...
She trusted him and chose to move forward without digging too deeply into his past. At the time, that decision felt right to her. She believed that what came before her did not matter anymore and that they were building something new together. Now, many people feel that the same pattern is repeating itself. The difference is that this time, Claressa is not standing on the outside watching events unfold. She is living through the pain herself. She is dealing with heartbreak, public shame, and a future that suddenly feels unclear. The behavior she once ignored now appears to be happening directly to her. Before things reached this emotional breaking point, Remy Ma had already tried to warn Claressa. She claimed that Papoose was not being truthful and suggested that he was benefiting from Claressa rather than loving her in a genuine way. Claressa brushed those comments aside. From her point of view, the warnings sounded like anger coming from a woman who felt hurt and replaced. Given the history between them, that reaction made sense. There was no friendship, no trust, and no reason for Claressa to believe Remy had good intentions. Their connection was tense from the very beginning. Still, anger does not always mean someone is lying. Remy continued to speak out and claimed that Papoose was struggling financially and did not even have a stable place to live. According to her, he leaned on Claressa to upgrade his lifestyle and rebuild his public image. She said he benefited from Claressa's success, her money, and her growing influence. At the time, Claressa refused to accept any of it. She believed Remy was trying to interfere rather than protect her. The conflict between the two women did not explode all at once. It slowly built over several months, growing more intense with each new claim. Everything finally reached a boiling point when Remy released private messages between Claressa and Papoose. Remy said she found those messages on his phone while he was asleep in her home. According to her, he had fallen asleep while still on the phone with Claressa and refused to leave. Remy claimed that when Claressa heard her voice in the background, she panicked and ended the call immediately. To Remy, that moment confirmed every doubt she had been holding on to. After that, the situation spiraled quickly. Remy accused Claressa's public relations team of spreading false stories to make her appear bitter while presenting Papoose as innocent and loyal. She said she repeatedly asked him to speak publicly and clear the confusion. Instead, he told her to stay quiet. That response pushed her over the edge. Remy then made a claim that shocked many people. She said Papoose once told her he would never be intimate with Claressa because he did not find her attractive. At the same time, she insisted she had evidence that proved otherwise and said she was ready to reveal everything if necessary. Before these messages surfaced, most people had no idea Claressa and Papoose were even involved. Once the truth came out, social media erupted. Arguments, jokes, and endless theories filled timelines. People chose sides quickly, often without knowing the full story. Claressa responded publicly and questioned why Remy, who was rumored to be seeing other men, was still angry over someone who had supposedly moved on. She asked why Remy continued tagging her if she was not the only woman involved. That back and forth kept the internet watching closely for days. For a while, Papoose said nothing. Some believed he was avoiding accountability. Others felt he was allowing the two women to fight while he stayed silent. When he finally spoke, the situation became even more chaotic. On Christmas Day, he posted a photo of Remy with her new partner, Easy the Block Captain. He claimed that while he stayed home caring for their daughter, Remy was out with another man. He accused her of being angry because he had moved on and said she was spreading lies to damage his reputation. Just when it seemed things could not get worse, Remy went live again and shared even more details. She claimed Papoose was never the faithful husband he portrayed himself to be. According to her, he cheated throughout her prison sentence and even got other women pregnant during that time. She explained that she understood how relationships often change during incarceration and admitted she never fully believed he stayed loyal. When she returned home, she checked his phone and saw the truth for herself. Remy described confronting women at family events and slowly realizing that years of reassurance were built on lies. She also said Papoose refused to tell the public that they had not shared a bed since May 2022. According to her, he was obsessed with protecting the image of perfect black love because it was the only thing he had left. She said she stayed silent for years to protect that image, even when it cost her dignity. She also addressed money rumors. Remy said outsiders had no real understanding of who paid for what. She claimed she bought their home in cash, supported the household, and covered expenses for their child. She said she allowed Papoose to move in and later watched him change after failed career plans and gambling habits. Speaking directly to Claressa, Remy said that if she truly cared, she would tell her the truth. She reminded Claressa that she was young, successful, and had no children, with her whole future ahead of her. She questioned why Claressa would tie herself to a man nearly 20 years older with no stable career and income linked to managing her money. Papoose fired back with his own accusations. He admitted to attacking Easy and said it would have happened anywhere he saw him. He claimed he paid every bill, bought expensive gifts, and supported Remy's lifestyle. He mocked her for talking about money while wearing jewelry he said he purchased. He also accused Remy of secretly relying on him to write her music while publicly criticizing others for using ghostwriters. At that point, the situation became an all-out public war. Years of resentment, betrayal, and hurt spilled into the open. While Remy appeared emotional, many people began to believe her claims about Claressa. New rumors suggested Papoose may already be involved with another younger woman. The internet quickly turned it into jokes and criticism. What made everything worse was Claressa's recent interview about motherhood. She spoke about wanting children soon and enjoying life fully. Less than a day later, those dreams were buried under cheating rumors and public humiliation. Public opinion remains split, and one question still hangs in the air: will Claressa walk away, or stay and hope for change? Only time will tell.